This weekend turned out to be so much busier than I expected. I was like, I'm just gonna play some games and then spend Friday clipping something awesome. I got half of that done. It wasn't until late at night that we managed to have some time to play, so I did record a lot. I actually got a new car. Okay, I'm jumping ahead of myself. So the weekend was busy. Then Monday comes along and it's windier than it's ever been, like, in the history of Texas or South Texas ever. It was, I mean, it wasn't quite tornadoes around because that's a little bit different. There was nothing. There was barely even cloud coverage, but the wind was blowing like I was in an anime intro or something. It was trying to steal my hat and fly into the air. The gusts were taking away all of the trash cans and trees were being dumped all over the place. The freaking phone lines were flopping around like sine waves, and okay, palm trees are the worst things ever. They're only useful for one thing, and that's throwing crap all over the floor and bringing roaches, I guess. Two things. Otherwise, they're dumb. They take up. They're super tall. They don't give any shade whatsoever, and they bring roaches and drop crap down. Anyway, so they're dropping crap all over the campus. It's just nuts. Well, I get home, and I wasn't even home for like 10 seconds before the power went out. So that took out Monday. It didn't come on till way later at night, and I didn't have time to put anything together. Then Tuesday came along, and UPS was nice enough to bring my new fancy card. It's a 7870 Radeon HD, blah, 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 FX, and it's pretty sweet, honestly. But I was switching from NVIDIA to AMD, and naturally you want to remove all of the drivers because they don't really go so well together. Well, I managed to get most of the driver out, but just enough stayed to cause a crap ton of problems. So that was another day of fiddling before, ooh, take that, you stupid pyro, before I managed to get it going and to really test this card out. And I'm probably going to make a review of it, something for the other channel, my review channel, which you should probably check it out if you really want to see. But I'm going to do that next time around. This time I want to go over the capture card. But that took out that took out most of this week. I did manage to get something up Monday, which it's not something I was particularly proud of. But, you know, I wanted to get something. And now I got to do this. This is the first time I'm playing with my... Oh, I also got a new TV, a new monitor. It's a 27-inch AOC. I got it from Best Buy, and it's complementing this card pretty well. I hate pyros. So now I got this cool setup, and this is the first time jumping in with TF2. And with everything maxed out, I mean, it's got anti-aliasing, whatever, all the way up, and it's running like a dream. And I would say that it makes a difference. Like, it could all be in my head. You know, I spent a lot of money, and I'm trying to justify it, I guess. But it feels like it makes a difference. It feels like it's a little easier for me to land shots on moving scouts. And look, see that? See that? Yeah, was that a headshot? That was a headshot and everything. Obviously, that's totally a spy. And then I'm gonna chase him. He's gonna lead me on a merry chase. He doesn't even try to get away from me. Sucker. So that was my adventure. I'm back now, and I've got quite a bit of video, and I have yet to have the time to put it all together. I deserve to hit that guy. I don't know what happened. Not a headshot. Whatever. Crit, always crit. Crit kills me more than anything else. I can accurately assess how much life I have, and then they just crit me, and then it just all goes out of the window, and I'm dead, and that's the end of that. Back to the benefits of this card, at least thus far. The frame rate and the fact that between this and my capture card it never drops is pretty substantial. I'm quite happy with the outcome, and the screen is enormous. I mean, 27-inch. It's practically in my face. It covers almost all of my peripheral vision. Okay, it's not that bad, but it does cover a lot more area around me. And I feel like I can see a lot, and it all feels so fluid. That this was literally my first game. Like, my first game as I came in, we lost within. We didn't lose. The game ended within a couple of seconds, and then we got into this one, and this is what happened, and it felt very natural. I mean, you could tell from the skill of these people running around that they're not exceptional, but still, usually it takes me a little while to get used to it. And that, again, could be all in my head, but I didn't play TF2 this weekend, sadly. So this was supposed to be a warm-up, and it felt pretty good. I was landing good shots. I felt like I could see everything. I had to try everything. As soon as I got it running, I was just opening any game that looked even remotely good and trying my best to max it and see what it looks like. So, like, Grassy convinced me to try out Deus Ex, and honestly, it didn't really seem that much different. Turned on Dead Island for a little while, and it was a little different. Chivalry, I think, it runs better. I can actually tell. Ooh, saved you. Like at the very last second too, that guy's milk wouldn't have made it. Chivalry actually does run better. It runs substantially better. The frames are not dropping, and I'm able to push it all the way to max settings and get all the anti-aliasing goodness. And you know, rocks look like rocks and things look like things. So I'm pretty happy about it, at least so far. It also is HTML sound, which probably has its benefits, but I haven't spent the time to really flush that out. Not just yet. This is gonna be my first week with it. I'm very excited about the weekend. Gonna start downloading. See if I could purchase. Oh, this card. This sale might be over actually right now, so sorry if it is. But this card was being sold with is it BioShock and the new Tomb Raider, which weren't even out when the card was out. I don't know when you're watching this video, so it might be out, but they weren't even out when the card was out. So I'm expecting to get them in the mail or to get some sort of a Steam code, but I haven't yet. And that's gonna be something I'm gonna review on the review channel for sure, as soon as I get them and get to play through them. But that, I thought it was a pretty good deal. We spent way too much time trying to figure out the best card to get, and through much debate. I mean, charts were drawn, cows were sacrificed. It was a good debate for a long, because there's like 9 different degrees of cards to get, and then there's a subset of those that like for the 7870, there are at least 9 other options, 9 to 15 other options. This one has 1 fan, this one has 2 fans, this one has 2 HDMI, this one has 3 HDMI. They're all a whole bunch of little bitty differences. So it took a while to figure out like what model I wanted, I guess, and then even more granularly the exact one I wanted. And then there were different cells with each of them, even though they were the same card with a slight bit difference. One would say it's normally $7,000, but it's on sale right now for $2. And then there's a card beside it that's like, well, it's normally $4 and it's on sale for $2.50. So it's like, well, what's the difference? I don't know if we ever exactly flushed that out, but a decision had to be made, and we landed on this card. And so far, I think it's pretty sweet. Hopefully next weekend will work out a little better and I can get back on schedule. See y'all later.